Autism awareness is something very near and dear to my heart. I've had personal experience with autistic children through Special Olympics and Care Camp in the summer for the special needs children. Autism is unique in every person. Autism is a neurological disorder that affects how a person thinks, feels, and relates to their environment. No one case is the same. There is no cure, but autism is treatable and through many different therapies. People with autism are teachable and do learn. They process information and respond to their environment in a very different way to non-autistics. They just need to be taught differently, and they need a little bit of extra special care. Autism is an extremely complex developmental disability, and it can begin anywhere between birth and 3 years old. The outcome is a neurological disorder that not only influences the regular functioning of the brain, but impacts progress in social and communication skills. Both adults and children can have autism. They usually have complications with verbal and nonverbal communication, social interactions, leisure, and playtime activities. ASD stands for Autism Spectrum Disorder and can sometimes be referred to as Autistic Spectrum Disorder. In this text, autism and ASD mean the same thing. ASDs are any developmental disabilities that have been caused by a brain abnormality. A person with an ASD typically has difficulty with social and communication skills. A person with ASD typically prefers to stick with a set of behaviors, a set of rules, and a set of activities that happen throughout the day. They will resist any major changes to daily activities. Several relatives and friends of people with ASDs have commented that if the person knows a change is coming in advance and has time to prepare for it, the resistance to the change is either gone completely or it is much lower. Autism is treatable through many different ways, such as sensory diets. When a person is placed in a sensory room, there are many different things that stimulate different senses, such as sight, smell, hearing, or touch. There's also theories that gluten-free and dairy diets can help lower autistic behavior and social stories, which is preparing or pre-orientation to an event that is coming up that is going to cause change, is often needed for autistic children to prepare. People with autism are teachable. You have to sit down and work with them hand on hand. They often learn at a slower pace, which is why you have to repeat yourself and go slower than normal. Autism goes in hand with other disabilities. Normally, if you have one mental disability, it'll fall under the umbrella of autism. A list of characteristics and behaviors are used to assess autism at an early age. People with autism tend to be hypersensitive. Characteristics are similar but individual and unique for every autistic person. Sensory processing disorders, some can be sensitive to one texture and not sensitive to another. I have been lucky enough to work with many of these children through the Special Olympics and through Care Camp. And yes, autism is a neurological disorder. There is no known cure, but it is treatable, and people with autism are teachable, and they do learn. So always be open-minded. Thank you.